Hi guys, and happy Thursday. So we are going to jump right into chapter 4 of Junie B Jones Has a Monster Under Her Bed. I was wondering if any of you had made any connections yet to this book. I haven't seen anything in our posts, so let me know if something comes to your brain. But we're going to read chapter 4 and 5 today because I'm not going to be putting up a video tomorrow. I'm going to go see my family. So I won't be available to upload a new one. So we're going to get started with chapter 4 called Spooky and Scary. Pretty soon Mother came home from work and I zoomed to her speedy quick and I handed her the broom. Mother, come on, let's go get the monster, I hollered. Mother turned her head real slow and she looked at Grandma Miller. Grandma sucked in her cheeks. A monster, she said, in kind of a quiet voice. Under the bed. We've been waiting for you to come home so you can bash its head in. I tugged on her sweater. Plus, tell her about the drool, Grandma. But Grandma Miller headed to the door and she said the words, I'm out of here. I pulled on Mother's arm. Come on, Mother. The monster's really real because Polly Allen Puffer told everybody that there's a monster underneath his bed. Plus, Grace also said that they can turn invisible, and that's how come I never saw that guy before. So Mother sat down at the kitchen table and she lifted me onto her lap. Then she said that Polly Allen Puffer was just trying to scare me, and plus that Grace didn't know what she was talking about. There is no monster under your bed, Junie B Jones, I promise you. Monsters are not real, she said. Yes, they are. They are too real, because Polly Allen Puffer's brother even said so, and he's in 7th grade. And he said the monsters crawl on your bed, and they fit your head in their mouth, and that is so where the drool comes from, because I am not even a baby. Just then I heard the front door open. It was my daddy. He was home from work too. Daddy, there's a monster under my bed, only you said monsters aren't real, but they really, really are. And I pulled on his arm. Come on, Daddy, let's get him. So Daddy looked at Mother for a long, and they went into the hall and they did some whispering. Pretty soon, Daddy came back to me, and he said he would look for the monster after dinner, but first he would cook some hamburgers on the grill. Oh boy, I said, oh boy, because hamburgers are my most favorite thing in the whole wide world. And plus, I also like spaghetti and meatballs. And after that, me and Daddy went outside, and he got the flipper for the burgers, and he gave me a flipper too. Because I'm old enough, that's why. I ran all over with that thing. I flipped a rock, and a flower, and a dirt ball, and also I flipped a dead lizard I found in the driveway. And then Mother took away my flipper. Because I'm not old enough, that's why. And after dinner, I took a bath. There's Junie B Jones flipping a dead lizard. So after dinner, I took a bath, and then Mother and Daddy read me a story, and they hugged me goodnight. See you in the morning, said Mother. See you in the morning, said Daddy, and I sat up in my bed. Only I can't even sleep in here because you guys didn't bash that monster yet. Daddy rubbed his tired eyes. There's no monsters, Junie B. There's nothing to be afraid of, he said. And then he kissed me, and he went out of my room, and Mother went with him. I quick got out of bed and followed those two. But they turned around and spotted me. Hello, how are you today? I said, very pleasant. I'm going to go sit in the kitchen and not bother anyone. Plus, I think I might even watch Eyewitness News at 10. Mother carried me back to bed, and I followed her out again. Want to bake a lemon pie? A lemon pie would be fun, don't you think? I asked. This time, Mother marched me back to my room real fast. Do not get up again, Junie B, she said. Enough is enough. And I waited for her feet to walk away. And then I tippy-toed to my baby brother's room, and I climbed into his crib. It was very crowded in there, and that's how come I got up, and I put baby Ollie on the floor, and then I climbed to his crib again, and I pulled the blanket all warm and cozy. Only too bad for me, because just then that crybaby started to scream. Daddy ran into the room speedy quick. He turned on the light and saw me. I did a gulp. Hello, how are you today? I said, kind of nervous. I'm all warm and cozy. Daddy quick swooshed me out of there, and then he put baby Ollie back in the crib. He took me out to my bed again. Okay, this is it, he grouched. This is the last time I want you to come in here. Do you understand me, Missy? Do not get out of this bed one more time. I started to cry a teeny bit. Yeah, only what about the monster, I said, because he's still under my bed, I think. Daddy threw his hands in the air, and then he turned on my light, and he looked for the monster all over the place. First, he looked under the bed, and then he looked in my closet, and also in my drawers and my trash can, and plus, he looked inside my crayon box. No monster, Junie B, he said. No monster anywhere. You're gonna have to believe me. Monsters are not real. So he sat down on my bed. I'm gonna go now, he said, and I'm gonna leave your door open and I'll leave the hall light on. But that's it, okay? You have to trust me, Junie B. There's no monster under your bed. I held on to his shirt. You only tuck in my sheets, okay? Tuck them in real tight or else my feet might hang over the side and piggy toes look just like wiener sausages. Daddy tucked in the sheets. There. Now good night. You only get my teddy, okay, Daddy? Plus also Raggedy Ann named Ruth and my Raggedy Ann named Larry. And get my stuffed elephant named Philip Johnny Bob. Daddy got all those guys for me and he tucked them into my bed. There, that's it. Now good night, he said. He walked out of my room and he kept on going down the hall. I looked all around in the dark. It was spooky and scary in there. Philip Johnny Bob wants a drink of water, I shouted real loud. I waited and waited, only he really, really needs one on account he's having a problem with his trunk. Daddy didn't come. Raggedy Ruth needs a Kleenex, I yelled next. But after that, my voice got quieter. Raggedy Larry wants a cookie, I said. But Daddy still didn't come. And that is the end of chapter 4. So now we're going to move on to chapter 5, called My Worstest Night Ever. It was my worstest night ever. I didn't sleep any winks, and that's because I had to keep my eyes open or else the monster wouldn't stay invisible. And I heard Mother and Daddy go to bed. Good night, everybody. Good night. It's me. It's Junie B Jones, and I'm still awake in here because I can't even close my eyes or the monster will come. Mother and Daddy didn't yell back. Plus, here's another thing I need to tell you. Don't turn off that hall light. Plus, don't shut my door. Plus, don't even shut your door either. Go to sleep, Grouch muttered. I smiled very relieved. It was good to hear your voice, I said, kind of quiet. After that, Mother and Daddy got in bed, and they turned out their light. Daddy started to snore. Oh no, I said. Now he won't even be awake to save me if the monster comes. I pulled Philip Johnny Bob out of my covers. I will save you, he said. I will squirt water in the monster's face, and plus I'll stumble him with my giant elephant feet. And so now you can close your eyes, and you don't even have to worry about that guy. I looked at him, and I looked at him. Only here's the problem, I said. You're not actually strong because you just have some fluff in you, and plus you can't even squirt real water, and so who am I kidding here? Philip Johnny Bob stared at me for a real long time, and then he went back under the covers. And all of a sudden, I heard feet in the hall. It was monster feet, I think. They kept getting closer and closer to my room, and then they ran right into my room. And guess what? It was my dog Tickle. That's what. Tickle, Tickle, I'm so glad to see you, because now you can protect me from a monster. Why didn't I even think of this before? So I pulled back my covers, and I patted for him to jump up. Here, Tickle, you can sleep right here on my pillow, because Mother won't even find out about this. So Tickle sprang up there, and he ran all around my bed, and then he put his head under my sheets, and he ran down to my feet. No, Tickle, no, no, you have to come back up here, or else how will you protect me? Junie B Jones and Tickle, sorry. I pulled him back up. He put his paws on Raggedy Larry, and he chewed his red hair. No, Tickle, no, no, I said. Just then Tickle sprang over me, and he landed on my elephant named Philip Johnny Bob. He held him by his trunk, and he shook that guy all around. I saved Philip Johnny Bob just in time, and then I pushed Tickle off my bed, and he ran out of my room. Philip Johnny Bob was very upset. I pet his truck. Also, I hugged Raggedy Larry. Only too bad for me because that Raggedy Ruth fell right out of my bed on account of those sheets weren't tucked in anymore. Me and Raggedy Larry peeked over the side at her. Get her, said Raggedy Larry. I can't get her, I said, real upset, or the monster might grab my hand and pull me right under the bed. I thought about what to do. Then all of a sudden, I picked up all my friends in my arms. We have to make a run for it, I told them. We have to sleep with Mother and Daddy tonight because we'll be safe with them. Plus, they probably won't even know we're there because their bed is the size of a king. I stood at the side of my bed and then I jumped out to the middle of the floor and I quick picked up Raggedy Ruth. I ran to Mother and Daddy's room and they were sleeping and snoring. Shh, I said to Raggedy Larry. Shh, I said to Philip Johnny Bob. Then all of us crawled into the middle of their bed and we sneaked under their covers. Only too bad for me, because Mother looked right over Philip Johnny Bob's trunk, and it woke her right up. She turned on the light, and I did a gulp. Hello, how are you today? Me and my friends are sleeping here, because we don't think you mind, probably. Mother carried me back to my room, zippity quick. Then she leaned close to my ear, and she talked very scary with her teeth closed. Do not get out of bed one more time. And so guess what? I didn't. The end of chapter 5. Man, this kid is persistent, huh? If she gets an idea in her brain, she's going to follow it through. So check back next week. Remember, I'm not going to be doing a video tomorrow. That's why we read 2 chapters today. But check back next week for chapter 6 called Flat So-So. We'll see what happens next. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.